Welcome to the Emotional Regulation Animation Project, where you're going to make a face and animate it with different facial expressions, at least 4. If you want to do it the default way, you're going to head to the drive and go to Google Drawings. This is the easiest way to build a face that's going to look real nice. For the start, what you want to do is make a background. You can bring in photographs, you can choose a color, you could draw something. There's many things you can do. I'm going to make mine black, and then we need to decide what the character's face shape is going to be. For me, I'm going to choose a drop. It's going to be a little water droplet character is what I was thinking. So I'm going to drag this out, and because it's a face and I want to see the expressions on it, I want to make it quite big. I don't want a tiny little face in the middle of the page. I want something that's going to fill most of it from top to bottom. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to drag it down just a little bit smaller so it's not so quite close to the edge. But there we go. We've got it fitting nicely, and I'm using the guides, those little red lines, to help me center everything perfectly, because that's going to help me align my face as well. So putting everything in the middle. Then I want to change the color. I don't like this light blue. I want something a little brighter, perhaps. And I can get a custom color because this one, I don't know, it's maybe a little too blue. I want something in the middle. So I'll drag it over more towards the gray. That looks good. So now I can start building the facial expressions and the actual pieces of the face. So I'm going to do some eyes. I'm thinking circles or ovals for those. And again, you want to make it bigger so that people can see the expressions. That's something that all cartoons do. And so once I've got one eye done, I can copy and paste, and then I can move it over and line it up. Those guides, again, are going to help me line up the eyes. And then I hold down Shift and click and grab both of them and align both at the same time in the center. So it's nice and symmetrical. And then finally, I think the mouth, this is going to be a surprised one. So I'm going to copy and paste one more time. Makes it very easy when the eyes and the mouth are the same. Now, one of the things that is going to show expression the most is eyebrows. Eyebrows are amazing at conveying specific types of emotions. So for this one, I'm going to make it surprised and a little bit maybe empathetic. It's like feeling sorry for somebody. Maybe they fell on their face. Maybe something happened. And I'm going to increase the line width. So I made a little line segment. I made it thicker so that we can really see the eyebrow. And then you might have guessed it, copy and paste for that thing so that I've got the same shape, same size. And then this time I actually have to flip it horizontally so that it's going the opposite way. And then there we go. So I can line these up, hold down Shift, click on both, and then drag them to the center. That looks good. For me, this is a 3. This is a good face. So now this will be the first frame in the animation. So I'm going to head over to File, and then Download, and JPEG. And then boom, that's going to go into my downloads. And now I can make the next face. So I'm going to leave the head, but I will change the eyebrows. Like I said, the eyebrows do so much for expressions. And so I'm thinking maybe I'll make it this time we'll have a unibrow that's going straight across. So just one big eyebrow, and I'll drag it down towards the eyes so that it looks kind of mean. And then I'm going to erase that mouth, and I'm going to make something that's downturned. So we're getting a frown. So we're getting an angry face, and I'm looking through, and there's this moon shape, this kind of crescent moon. And I can drag it out, and we're using vector drawing, so I can drag it and shape it anytime I want. So I'm just going to turn this and rotate it, and then maybe make it a little bit bigger, wider. There we go. That looks looks more mad. And then again, I'm going to align everything in the center. This looks good. File, Download, and then JPEG. Perfect. I've got 2 out of 4 done. Now let's do a happy one. I'm just going to turn that frown upside down, as they say. It's going to make it real easy. Center that thing, make it big. The eyebrow, I think, has got to be a little bit different. That's funny with the unibrow, but I think I'm going to make it back into 2. And the higher the eyebrows, the happier someone looks. So we're going to keep the eyebrows nice and high. I'm going to copy and paste this one, and I'll line it up. Once again, holding shift to grab both and then aligning those in the center. There we go. That looks pretty good. I'm thinking the eyes, maybe extending the eyes, making them a bit bigger. Whoops, made a mistake. I went Command Z to go backwards, or Control Z. And then I'm going to make these eyes into ovals. So the eyes are being stretched open a little bit. So we're getting a little bit more happy, and put those in the right spot. You want those eyebrows nice and high. There we go. That looks good. So then I can go File, Download, and JPEG. Let's do the last one. The last one, I'm just going to change it a tiny bit. Kind of like that frown upside down situation. I'm going to leave the mouth. I'm just going to turn the eyebrows down. The inside part is going to go down, and I'll match it on this side as well. And look at that. I've got a new expression. This is like a cruel expression. Someone who's kind of mad and also happy at the same time, getting a cruel look. I'm going to file and save that one. And so now I've got my 4 facial expressions. Now I can head over to ezGIF and upload those frames. So I'm going to go to the maker. I'm going to pull up my downloaded frames, and I can just grab them all and drag and drop them in there. Once it says 4 files, I'm going to upload. Again, you can draw more facial expressions. 4 is the minimum, so go crazy. Now I'm going to adjust the delay. The delay is how much time each frame spends on the screen. And so the 20th of a second is pretty quick. I'm going to make it an 80th of a second. And I'm going to leave it empty so I can do a forever loop. Make the GIF. And then look at this. We've got them shown in succession. It becomes animated with the characters going through all these different emotions one by one. So when you are satisfied, you can go save. And then that is the project. To preview it in your web browser, you can just take it and drag it up and put it in there, and then it will just play on its own as it will if you send it to a friend in a text or anything else you want to do with it. So good luck with your emotional regulation animation.